Hello again. It's time for a redo of one of my videos. I'm Davian Fuchsa, and this is a video about Doom. Doom was one of the first-person shooter games I played. I actually did play Wolfenstein 3D, which came out before it. But Doom in itself is a favorite game of mine. I like Wolfenstein 3D somewhat, but for me, what got me into first-person shooters was Doom. Doom was created by a company called ID Software, and they are known for making many other games. They have game series called Commander Keen, Wolfenstein, Doom, Quake, and Rage. They're a fairly old company, but what they're known for is basically pushing the boundaries of video game technology, particularly 3D computer graphic technology, to create game engines that are heavily used throughout the video game industry. This goes quite well for Doom because the game that really pushed them off was pretty much Doom. I mean, Wolfenstein was what they, was the breakout product, but Doom was what really got them on the map. And it's basically what they're remembered by any person who's ever played a first-person shooter. The game itself, Doom, it was basically a 1993 science fiction horror film first-person shooter game. It's basically widely recognized for popularizing the first-person shooter game, pioneering immersive 3D graphics, and probably what it's also known for is network multiplayer gaming. Many of the first-person shooter games you see today, some of them that don't even have like multiplayer support. Well, let's just put it this way: all first-person shooter games pretty much are derived from the ID games Wolfenstein 3D and Doom. And Doom pretty much just pioneered how to make a really popular first-person shooter. They did it right the first time, and even today, companies that don't like follow the trend, and I'll note that Doom 3, which didn't follow the trend, if they don't follow the trend perfectly, they will fail. The games won't be that good. Games that do follow the trend, they do well, and that's that. That's just how first-person shooters are. So anyways, but basically, Doom 3 is all about: you're a Marine, one of Earth's toughest, hardened in combat, trained for action. 3 years ago, you assaulted a superior officer, and for it, you're basically shipped off to Mars. Mars is basically home of the Union Aerospace Corporation. It's a multi-planetary conglomerate with radioactive waste facilities on Mars and its 2 moons, Phobos and Deimos. And for no action there, you're basically sucking dust and wasting time watching residual flicks in the rec room. And eventually, something happens. They require immediate military support. Something fragging evil has come out of the gateways, and long story short, hell has erupted on Mars. What was really lovely about this game is that while Wolfenstein 3D you had quite a few weapons, such as like the pistol, the rifle, and the chain gun, Doom 3 pretty much expanded to include like the chainsaw, the shotgun, the plasma gun, the rocket launcher, and of course the big fucking gun 9000. Aside from those, there's also plenty of items and of course enemies. And you've got former humans, demons, imps, and a whole range of other deadly foes that you can fight. The game Doom was actually one of the games that helped pioneer Apoggy's shareware distribution type of model, where they release a shareware version and then the following version you have to pay for. Doom's shareware version was knee deep in the dead. It's also called shareware Doom, of course, because it's shareware. And it was the game I pretty much played the most. I did touch into like episodes 2 and 3 of Doom, but knee deep in the dead is really what got me into it, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. I also enjoyed Doom 3 quite a bit, though the problem with Doom 3 is that they didn't have multiplayer support like it did in Doom 1, which is why I didn't like as much. Anyhow, enough of that. Let's actually get into the game and show it around what it's all about. So, new game. I'm going to go on ultra violent difficulty this time. I did a lower difficulty last time, but I figure what I'm going to do is this time around is play a more difficult difficulty, and if I die, I die, and if I don't, we'll continue. That's how it'll work this time around. As you can see from the menu here, there's like something in the background going on. This is something that is really cool about this game. To have, if like you don't do anything, it'll like just show your guy going through the stuff, blowing up crap. Right now you see a bunch of like monsters like demons and other stuff in the later levels. And if I survive long enough, I'll actually get to this. Here's a secret area, by the way. Alright, enough of this. We'll actually start playing. It's a new game, and ultraviolence. So we start in the hangar, and that's like the first part of the dungeon. And there's no enemies around, but that'll soon change when we go over to the alcove over here. And there's going to be a couple enemies, so... kill them. Now there's going to be an enemy over here as well, so... I want this weapon, and I want to blow him away. Dead. Alright, so that's the first part. Now, you'll note that these guys have shotguns. If you played a lower difficulty, you wouldn't have a shotgun this quick. But whatever, I have a shotgun this quick because I'm playing a higher difficulty. Higher difficulty, more rewards, that's what I say. Of course, it won't always be like that in Doom, but for the first level it is, so I'll go with it. Now, I'm just picking up some health bonuses and armor bonuses around the first level. If you look over here, you'll see something. A couple enemies. So let's let's do some pot shots. Killed one. And if I look, over in this window, you'll see a couple of the imps there on top of the door there. I don't waste all my bolts though, so we'll save some. I've got enough shotgun shells to blow away most of the stuff here, so it's fine if I waste a few. So let's go to the next room. Kill them. Missed the guy. It's a shotgun fest, but whatever. Couple more guys. Couple imps. Alright, all dead. There's no reloading either in this this first-person shooter. Didn't have reloading back then, but whatever, it's still a good game. What I really hate though about this game though is that since first-person shooter games have come out at this point, even though this is the archetype, well, you'll notice something. I'm playing only with the keyboard here, and there's like no mouse support or anything. Back in the day, this is like a DOS game, so it's like it's clunky for me. It's kind of like Duke Nukem Forever, where they had clunking controls. This is the clunking controls of the old game. Anyhow, it's still playable for me. You just have to get used to it again. That's pretty much all it is, getting used to those controls. Got this. I'm not really going for power time or anything here. I'm just, doing stuff. We'll go in here though. We'll find our first secret basically. This is a secret door. So we'll go in here. Kill them. Alright, and we got ourselves the armor that was out here. There's the window that we were looking out before. There's, the other room over there. And here's the secret I get. Haha, armor. Okay, we'll go out. And let's go kill the imps in the end area. And we'll go in here. Kill all them. Open this up. Kaboom. That's how you do it. Alright, let's go explore the rest of the level and get some secrets then. I should probably pick up the health over here first, but whatever. I did quite well, I think. I actually did the playthrough this just before I did the recording, and I'll say I didn't do as well this that time around is doing right now. That's kind of be expected, I guess. There we go, dead. Okay, so let's go get the secrets then. As you note, this was a secret door. There's actually lots of secrets. Like if you look around for this game, here's one over here. If I go in here, there's going to be a shotgun. If this would be your first shotgun if you found a secret and you weren't playing a lower difficulty with not these guys around. I'll go over here. There's actually one more secret, and I'm going to get just before we leave. Basically, run over here, and then we start running right back to that place. Because there's one little lift here, and it takes me up to the last secret area. These skulls that help my armor, and we're done. That's the first level. And we're done. So I killed everything, got a few items, got all the secrets. Took a little bit of time to get through it all, but whatever. Let's continue on. This time around we're starting with actual, guys right away, but whatever. Blow that up. Know that if you kill him with the shotgun blast and it hits the barrel, it won't count as a ooh, an imp. And I believe that's it for the first part there. But let's just make sure. I don't like it when I get snuck up on stuff in here. Nothing, it's nothing wrong with being a badass Marine, but I don't want to be a dead badass Marine. Get some bolts. I'll start using this a little bit, just to save, some bolts. We'll go in here, I guess. And this would be if you didn't, if you weren't finding a secret last time. Here would be your first shotgun. So there's a shotgun. Let's head off over here. There's a secret right there. So we'll go in here. I'll get a backpack. Awesome. I'll hit the switch. We'll go over here and I'll kill the guy right here. And now we'll go this way because I want to clear in that in that direction. But all right, we'll go up here. There's actually guys, outside shooting at me. Shotgun's so inaccurate, but the shotgun's inaccurate, but it does a a range of damage. The pistol though is just horrible. Go this way, get this. Hordes of these guys to heal, but whatever. Kill all them. Here's some shotguns for my playthings. Go this way, a couple more. Alright, here's our chain gun if you find a secret for it. Lots of fun. And let's start heading toward the next secrets and all that after I get this thing. Boink! Health. Now I'll note that there is sound for this game, but I have the sound going from my headphones this time around. I've decided you can just watch. I'll note though that the sound's a little bit off, so it's not perfect or anything. And you're not missing much, I don't think. Oh yeah, I got with the chain gun. I don't have to go over here, but I feel like it. You can go up here and, like, you know, complete the game and all, but I want to get the secrets and all that. Boom, boom, boom. I'm a killing machine. Alright, all dead. We'll go over here, get a couple bonuses for health. Now we'll head back and I'll get the secrets. There's a couple secrets now that I can get, and let's just go down here and I'll show you the first one I'm really after. Get out here. We'll jump down. Come on, let me get in. Okay, here's the first secret I'm after. A chainsaw. Gotta have the chainsaw. So we're gonna go get that. And I'll note that at this point it's gonna be a killing machine time. So what I'm after here is, like, there's gonna be a maze over there, but first we have to open it up. This is where we go over here. And we hit this switch and it'll let us get into the maze. And now it's time to go killing. It's a killing time. Boy, it is now. Now this way we'll go to the chainsaw. They're gonna shoot, but whatever, they'll come to me in a moment, so we'll get the chainsaw first. And here's the switch to put it down. And the chainsaw. The chainsaw. Time to have some fun. Alright, that's enough of that. It's a noisy little machine. Not really my style. It's good though for if you go after demons and stuff, because if they get close to you, you can just pulverize them with the chainsaw. Go this way, I guess, now. Shooting me from behind. Kill that guy. Kill him. And we'll go here. And here's another secret door for the backpack. Gotta have my ammo. Alright, so let's use the shotgun a little bit. I like my shotgun. There's actually something still alive, but I'll have to find it to kill it. Well, he's dead. They're all dead. See if I can find any more. I want my kills. Go this way. Now note that I actually looked at a secret guide to figure out where all this stuff was, so that's why I know where all the secrets are. I used to know from a long time ago, but I'm just using a guide at this point because I've forgotten somewhat. There should be guys over here. Kill him. And him. And here we go. This is like, you know, the maze area. It's all done. Let's head out and start completing the level then. This is like optional, by the way, but I want the chainsaw, and to me the chainsaw is just not optional. I'll note that it replaces my fist, by the way. You start with a fist if you don't have, you know, a melee weapon. One is your melee weapon, and since I now have a chainsaw, that's my melee weapon. Alright, let's go down here. I'll back off. They'll, you know, come up and get killed. And they'll come up and get killed. And now we'll go down and kill the rest of them. Okay, he's down. Got him. Now I think it's possible to get up there, though I'm just trying to remember how to get up there. So to get up here, maybe it's, I think there's a secret door up here that lets you get up to them. And it's maybe right here. Yeah, here's the secret door. This one I remembered. I didn't look for the guy for this one. And here we go. This is like a way you can get down to avoid, you know, jumping in there, but I decided to do that anyways because I'm badass. Hit this. Go this way. Go carefully down here. There's an ending for this. Wait for them to come out the door, because they'll open doors, which is awesome. I sort of opened the door there, but whatever. All dead. Oh, there's one more. There he is, dead. And we're done. And I missed a kill somewhere, but whatever. Alright. So I got the weapons I really wanted to get from the second level. We'll actually try and just push away really fast through the third level. The Toxin Refinery. I think this is where we get our first encounter of demons and possibly specters. So it'll be kind of fun. And I'll have to be careful, of course. There's a specter. There's a demon. Took a little bit of beating there, but whatever. I'm still alive. Get some health. So the specters are like outline demons, basically, is what they are. I guess they weren't too creative making, you know, demons that were invisible or whatever. Whatever. They're still fun to kill. Now I'll note this will be an area that I'll want to visit again, but for now, I have to find a blue key to continue on. Let's use this for a little bit, because it's fun to use the chain gun. Boom. Hordes of enemies, but whatever. They'll all fall. Should be a couple of enemies down here. Let them fire each other for a little bit there. Blow him away. Then we'll come here. Oh, they kill each other. Whoa! Kill him. Kill him. Take me up. And cool, we got ourselves another shotgun to use. Come on, take us down. There we go, we'll hit this switch. I think that opens the... No, that's not the opening. That's a secret door right there, by the way, that window thing. But I think it opens something over here. Whoa! Enemies right off the bat. Ow, got hit by that. I got guys behind me, don't I? Yes, I do. Where did they come from? Oh, there's a secret door area up here. I'm about to die, but whatever. I'll keep going, as I said, until I die, so... Oh, I got a demon. I died. Well, that was Doom. Died to a demon, but whatever. And it was a fun game, you know. I played it quite a bit in the olden days when I was playing this game. Okay, that's enough of that. So, I think that's a more appropriate playthrough for it. Nowadays, I play, actually no first-person shooters, but I've, like, upgraded to stuff like Battlefield 2 and, Doom 3, and I'll be looking for Counter-Strike Global Offensive when it comes out as well, when, Valve comes out with that, and I'll be looking for good times for the first-person shooters in the days to come. I think they've evolved quite well, and I'll also be looking forward to Doom 4 when the ID comes out with that. But for now, it's just, you know, waiting time for the good stuff to come, and then time, you know, I'll have fun with the first person yet again when it does.